between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Here's Smith to return it. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Bengals at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down into 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Burrow looking to pass. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This defense for the Bengals, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going.
11.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go.
3 yards remain for second down.
11. Stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running.
Here we go.
Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
11 coming.
First down, here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
That's another Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
11 MT. Hey. 11 MT.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. His throw caught at about the 5. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
12. 11.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They go play action with Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he stops right at the 25 after a gain of 5. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
Quick.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins from 10 yards out. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
11, 90. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Burrow on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right to Mixon on the check down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst from 21 yards away. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now Jackson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
11 MT, hey.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
Here we go.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go, here we go.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
11 MT, take. 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and this brings up a 3rd and goal. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
11 coming.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw again on second down. Burrow, flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
11.
On third down, Burrow. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
11 coming.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
12. 11.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And we all know how talented this guy is. Who's called the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Out under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson going up top for Kupp. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And attempted a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. 4th down, here's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team, champ.
And it'll be intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Play action. Now Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now Burrow. Dancing to his left.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
11, 12, 12. 11 MT, take. 11 MT.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mixon. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
11.
Mixon again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 70. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, It's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, tight. 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Mixing up the middle. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
12, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tyus Bowser with a pick.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Cooper Kupp
From 3 yards out.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Ravens 24.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs